What's up, guys? Welcome. U.S. secret weapon used in Venezuela. So, first of all, we spend a lot of money on our military. More than countries' GDPs completely. And we show, now we're showing our little forces. We're showing some of our hand. But just a little bit. So let's just see some of the other American military technology that we have. Welcome to 52 Games. This is a video by AI Telly. Okay, so if you guys want to go and give this a like and a follow, say that 52 Games sent you, that would be dope. This is by AI Telly.
Did the U.S. military deploy a secret sonic weapon during the raid in Venezuela? According to witnesses on the ground, the operation began with an unexplained radar blackout, followed massive drone swarm and the sounds of helicopters. Despite being outnumbered 5-1, the small U.S.
That was a lot of info very fast. They're outnumbered 5-1.
In Venezuela, according to witnesses on the ground, the operation began with an unexplained radar blackout, followed massive drone swarm and the sounds of helicopters. Despite being outnumbered 5-1, the small U.S. Special Forces team faced less resistance. Why? Reports indicate soldiers suffered from vertigo, vomiting, and internal bleeding.
Wait, so at in the middle of dead night, all of their radar sources just wiped out. Drones swarmed like mosquitoes. So the drones swarmed them like mosquitoes, and then 6 or 8 Black Hawk helicopters came through with men, and a 5-1 ratio. So Venezuela's 5, we are 1. That's the ratio, and they absolutely murked. Wow. Greater than countries' GDPs.
Reports indicate soldiers suffered from vertigo, vomiting, and internal bleeding.
So they hit them they didn't hit them with bullets. We didn't hit them with bullets. We hit them with hypersonic sound. We hit them with megahertz. We hit these guys with megahertz. Scientifically pinpointed megahertz that will rupture your brain or your eardrums. You're bleeding from the ears, bleeding from the eyes, bleeding from the nose. Your brains is hemorrhaging. We're hitting them with megahertz. I use megahertz to get these pesky birds away from my my window. I'll use megahertz and I'll put it in the speaker. I'll put the speaker next to the window. The birds will go away. Sometimes you put on like a snake sound, like a snake rattler. They'll go away. So we hit humans with megahertz, most likely microwaves. We probably microwave them. I guarantee if we hit them with megahertz, I guarantee you we microwave them. Guarantee it. I guarantee you we microwave their brains. Why wouldn't they? They're throwing up as well.
U.S. Special Forces team faced less resistance. Why? Reports indicate soldiers suffered from vertigo, vomiting, and internal bleeding. Military analysts believe this was a soft kill operation, likely utilizing a high-power microwave device. More detail all in the video ahead. Based on witness testimony, here's how the event likely occurred. Venezuelan soldiers were on standard guard duty.
Hey, what is this? Change your fire alarm. What you trying to say? What y'all trying to say? What's going on in Venezuela?
Based on witness testimony, here's how the event likely occurred. Venezuelan soldiers were on standard guard duty when their radar systems suddenly shut down without warning. Immediately after the blackout, a massive drone swarm appeared over the facility, followed
Like
by
mosquitoes.
8 helicopters equipped with unidentified technology. A 20-man team of Delta and Special Forces operatives deployed from the helicopters. The encounter took a mysterious turn when the defending force of 100 soldiers reportedly froze.
So it's 20 to 100. Well, dude. Oh my gosh. 20 US soldiers to 100 Venezuelans soldiers. Take it.
Immediately after the blackout, a massive drone swarm appeared over the facility, followed by 8 helicopters equipped with unidentified technology.
Oh my
A
gosh.
20-man team of Delta and Special Forces operatives deployed from the helicopters. The encounter took a mysterious turn when the defending force of 100 soldiers reportedly froze, leaving them unable to compete with the smaller elite team. Witnesses noted that the Delta Force operatives fired with impossible precision, estimating a rate of fire near 300 rounds per minute per soldier.
Dude, see what, you know what got me wrong? You know what got me really kind of like, not jaded, but I'm just like, it's not, it just got me like, got me kind of sad because like, let's not go into this. Maybe I should go into this another day. Hot topic. Our government is evil. Like, I guess our government is like, I'm not even saying evil. Our government is like satanic. And like, people don't know it. And like, the military soldiers don't know it. Delta Force, maybe they might know it. Marines, maybe they might know. There's sayings. Marines say, "Oh yeah, we don't die. We just recoup in hell." I'm just telling you, they give out stars, but those stars are upside down pentagrams, bro. Just saying. And I don't need, like, go ahead and check me. I know I'm right. They give out stars as awards, but those awards are upside down pentagrams. I love these soldiers. These guys are our boys. Delta Force, Army men, Marines, military, all of the boys, the good old boys, the boys in blue. These are our boys, but our government is fucking satanic.
Compete with the smaller elite team. Witnesses noted that the Delta Force operatives fired with impossible precision, estimating a rate of fire near 300 rounds per minute per soldier. It is theorized that Black Hawk helicopters were used to deploy this capability, utilizing disc-shaped radar attachments to launch a directed beam at the opposing troops. They report
disc-shaped radar attachments? Wait, what?
Attachments to launch a directed beam were used to deploy this capability, utilizing disc-shaped radar attachments to launch a directed beam at the opposing troops. They reported internal trauma. They suffered immediate vestibular incapacitation, meaning a total loss of balance and paralysis. Some even reported bleeding from the nose and vomiting blood, symptoms consistent with internal hemorrhaging.
Vomiting blood? Internal hemorrhaging, vomiting blood.
Symptoms consistent with internal hemorrhaging. While the Pentagon hasn't officially disclosed the specific hardware, military experts often call this a soft kill system. So how does it actually work? To understand the weapon, you first have to look at what it did. The most likely candidate for a weapon that creates that kind of internal pressure without external sound is a high-power microwave device.
I'm telling you, they microwaved them, bro. So is this the radar? Is this like the radar attachment that they're talking about? Like this, like this, kind of like this bar shape. And then this is the weapon that so other than this being a radar, this is now a microwave device. So they pretty much like just changed the attachment so it can attach a microwave device instead of the radar. Oh, wow. Bruh, be careful, because they could change the assessment. They could change they could change it, and they could put a freaking Gatling gun on here as well. So this can be replaced with a Gatling gun. It could be replaced with radar, and it can also be replaced with a microwave. Oh my God.
It relies on something called the Frey effect.
Oh my God.
The weapon, probably carried by a Chinook or a Black Hawk helicopter, fires a focused beam of pulse microwave energy, not sound waves, that passes right through the skull.
We're gonna laser you. Like, you can't, what are you gonna do? We're not even using metal anymore, nigga. We using light. Oh my God. What you gonna do, nigga? We not even using metal anymore. We're using light. We're using light? We're using microwaves, radiation, like a laser pointer. It's like, oh yeah, you could be standing right next to your mom's. Your mom not gonna feel a damn thing. Laser point your ass. Oh my gosh. That's why I was just like, yo, just pause, stop, step back, understand what you're dealing with. Nothing to fuck with, okay? Me as an American, I have to sit back and watch what I say, because the overlords might, hey, don't say that. So I'm just saying, guys, like, we spend more than country's GDP on our military. It's either politely or violently. And I don't like saying that. I'm just an American. It's politely or violently. Give them what they want. Like, here's the thing. America, like, look. I really need to, maybe I should digress. The world is literally ran by Satan, okay? And America literally tries to be Satan's number one, okay? Or a country that we shall not name, a country that we shall not be named, that actually has the same colors that I'm wearing right now. Okay, just saying. It might be a darker blue, but it's the same color. Really, like, the world is ran by Satan, and America's bully is literally trying to be Satan's number one. This is why we have what we have. Okay, I said the quiet part out loud. Please, guys, give a like and follow for that, because no one really appreciates me.
Black Hawk helicopter fires a focused beam of pulse microwave energy, not sound waves, that passes right through the skull. These beams are absorbed by the water in the brain tissue and the fluid in the inner ear. This energy causes a minuscule rapid heating of the tissue, less than 1 degree Celsius. But that tiny sudden expansion generates a pressure wave inside the skull. The consequence...
They microwave your brain. They will microwave your brain from a Black Hawk helicopter. Here's the thing. That's just what they did in Venezuela. Why wouldn't you think they would hook that shit up onto a drone? They would microwave... How many drones... Oh my gosh. Look, listen to what I'm saying. They could hook that shit up to a drone. And it could just fly outside your house. You could be asleep. You won't even know. And it could pinpoint you in your bed while you're sleeping next to your wife or your girlfriend. And it will microwave your brain. Yours.
The target hears a sound, clicks, buzzing, or a roar that originates inside their own head, bypassing the eardrums entirely. If the frequency is tuned to the resonance of the inner ear, it violently disrupts the body's balance, causing immediate vertigo. At higher power levels, that rapid tissue expansion can rupture capillaries, leading to the reported nosebleeds and internal trauma.
Oh my God.
There's another possibility: a weaponized infrasonic pulse emitter. Instead of a continuous beam, this device would fire high-intensity slugs of low-frequency air pressure below 20 hertz.
20 hertz.
These waves travel through the body to match the resonant frequency of internal organs like the stomach or lungs. High-intensity infrasound can actually cause cavitation, the formation of bubbles in bodily fluid.
Wait, you know there's a South Park episode where it's talking about the brown note. This is what they can literally make you shit yourself, but they're just being more evil and just melting your brain. They could, depending on what you think, 6'7", depending on what you think, like they could melt your brain or they can make you shit yourself. Like, which one do you want? Honestly, I think I'd rather go for the shit yourself. Please don't microwave my brain, American, please. Like, oh my God. We're fucking microwaving people's brains. Oh my, we are literally microwaving people's livers and kidneys. Oh my God. We can make your lungs fail off of a fucking a scientific megahertz. Like, we could, oh hey, let's just shoot a sound wave at this nigga and his lungs will stop fucking working. What? Oh my God. No, seriously.
Pressure below 20.
Guys, just listen to Trump, bro. Give us Greenland, okay? Just give us Greenland, please. No one wants to do this. Like,
these waves travel through the body and match the resonant frequency of internal organs like the stomach or lungs. High-intensity infrasound can actually cause cavitation, the formation of bubbles in bodily fluids.
oh my God.
When those bubbles collapse, they create tiny shock waves that damage tissue. The target feels an intense vibration in their gut, leading to severe nausea and effectively paralyzing them with pain and sickness. Tactically, the reports suggest U.S. forces use this technology as the ultimate force multiplier. The result was that the hundreds of Venezuelan guards mentioned in the reports weren't fought in a traditional gun battle. They were incapacitated, sick, dizzy, and bleeding, long before U.S. troops made contact. This allowed a small team of approximately 20 operators to walk virtually unopposed through a much larger force. But that's not it. The U.S. military has another secret weapon. Analysts called it the Iron Dome of the Caribbean. They said the airspace over Venezuela was impenetrable, locked down by the Russian-made S-300 anti-system, a beast capable of swatting aircraft out of the sky from 150 miles away. But in the dark night, the myth of invincibility didn't just crack, it evaporated.
Shut up.
Salvo didn't come from pilots.
Shut up. Don't tell them. Don't tell them that. What the fuck is your problem, AI Telly? Shut the fuck up. Don't tell them. Okay, I'm just trying to be a good U.S. citizen. Don't fucking tell them how they did it.
In the dark night, the myth of invincibility didn't just crack, it evaporated. The opening salvo didn't come from pilots, but from physics. The U.S. Gerald R. Ford, stationed off the coast, unleashed a barrage of electronic warfare so dense it didn't just jam the Venezuelan radar screens, it burned them white. The S-300 operators at Captain Manuel Rios Air Base were blind before they ever saw the missiles coming. The first kinetic strikes were surgical from a destroyer. 2 Tomahawk cruise missiles slammed into the S-300V at radar arrays.
Ooh.
In an instant, the eyes of the Venezuelan defense network were turned into twisted, red-hot scrap metal. Precision-guided bombs walked out.
See, they wasn't ready for that. See, they got set up. See, here's the thing.
Precision-guided bombs walked down the flight line. One by one, the Su-30s and the aging A-16s parked beside them were engulfed in fireballs. 7 jets were erased before their pilots could even reach the ladders. It wasn't a dogfight. It was 7 jets. In an instant, those air base were blind before they ever saw the missiles coming. The first kinetic strikes were surgical from a destroyer. 2 Tomahawk cruise missiles slammed into the S-300V at radar arrays. In an instant, the eyes of the Venezuelan defense network were turned into twisted, red-hot scrap metal. Precision-guided bombs walked down the flight line. One by one, the Su-30s and the aging A-16s parked beside them were engulfed in fireballs. 7 jets were erased before their pilots could even reach the ladders.
Damn.
It wasn't a dogfight, it was an execution. But the final blow was psychological. At 4:20, the roar of jet engines shook the windows of downtown Caracas. The target was Fort Tuna, the headquarters of the Ministry of Defense and the nerve center of the regime's military command.
Wait, Fort Tuna? That sounds like Fort Huachuca.
Caracas. The target was Fort Tuna, the headquarters of the Ministry of Defense and the nerve center of the regime's military command. The strikes didn't level the city, they decapitated the leadership's ability to communicate. As smoke billowed from the ministry buildings, the message was clear to every commander on the ground: you are alone. You are alone and that no help is coming.
Oh my
But all
gosh.
of this is just a deception. The main target is none other than the president. We finally have the declassified timeline of how U.S. forces breached the heart of Caracas and extracted Nicolas Maduro. Let's start with step one.
So I have Call of Duty. I have Call of Duty Ghost. I'm going to play this Venezuela mission because if you do not know, this game is literally this mission. Like, but it happened in like, what, 2013 or something like that? So let me know if you want me to play this game. If you want me to play the mission, just let it know in the comments. And if I don't, I plan on playing this game. I didn't plan on playing this game online. But if you guys want to play this game online, let me know.
How U.S. forces breached the heart of Caracas and extracted Nicolas Maduro. Let's start with step one. The setup. This didn't happen overnight. For months, the U.S. had been tightening a naval quarantine around Venezuela. The U.S. Gerald R-4 carrier strike.
Because we were in Venezuela for a long time. That is key. This was not, oh my gosh, I don't like do this, but like we were not in Venezuela. Like this didn't just happen overnight. We were in Venezuela for a while.
Overnight. For months, the U.S. had been tightening a naval quarantine around Venezuela. The U.S. Gerald R-4 carrier strike group and the U.S. Iwo Jima amphibious ready group were parked off the coast. The pretext was clear.
Ooh, and Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Jamaica, and there is a little island that they did. Hang on, did they say it? Because like, there's a little island, my home island.
Jima amphibious ready group were parked off the coast.
They need to get in line. They need to get in fucking line immediately. Haiti, no, what's that?
The pretext was clear.
Puerto Rico. Where is my... Dude, my country's island is over here. My father's island. I am American, 100%. Born here, raised here. Yeah. My father's island is, I think is somewhere over here, maybe, or like over here. It should, I don't know. It's right above Venezuela.
The U.S. designated the Venezuelan government a narco-terrorist state, specifically targeting the drugs lords. But while the Navy squeezed the coast, intelligence assets were tracking one man. They waited for a specific window, a moment where Maduro was stationary and vulnerable. Step 2, the strike. It began at exactly 2 in the morning Venezuelan Standard Time. High above, several F-35...
It started at 2, so it ended at 5 a.m. right before the sun came up. Oh my gosh. Oh shit, are you serious?
Began at exactly 2 in the morning Venezuelan Standard Time. High above, several F-35 stealth fighters punch a hole through the enemy lines, destabilizing their anti-air defenses. Like these Russian S-300 missiles located all over the strategic high-value target. With the skies cleared,
Dude,
path open...
Wait, see, I'm telling you, oh my gosh. Do you guys know what witching hour is? Do you know what witching hour is? Dude, these niggas are... Oh my gosh, dude. Like, it might actually be way worse than I thought. They're doing it at 2 a.m. in the morning. You're doing it at the prime time of evil. Like, the devil works at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It began at exactly 2 in the morning Venezuelan Standard Time. High above, several F-35 stealth fighters punch a hole through the enemy lines, destabilizing their anti-air defenses. Like these Russian S-300 missiles located all over the strategic high-value target. With the skies cleared, the path opens for Delta Force helicopters to fly straight towards the mission. Here comes the deception as the helicopters flew. The jets started firing with more strikes as it hit Fort Tuna, the main military base and command center, and La Carlova Air Base, destabilizing Venezuelan air support. Reports from the ground describe widespread explosions and a sudden communications blackout. The chaos wasn't the goal, it was the cover. But how did the raid happen? We have to look at step 3. Under the cover of darkness and chaos, the Tier 1 operators went to work. But what is the exact unit tasked with the mission? It is the Delta Force, one of the most elite secretive special forces units in the U.S. military.
Head of the spear.
Witnesses in Caracas reported low-flying aircraft skimming the rooftops, flying well below radar coverage. The team breached a secure compound believed to be a safe house within the massive Fort Tuna complex. Resistance from the Venezuelan Presidential Guard was swift but ultimately futile, as the helicopters lay cover fire. The operators moved with surgical speed, landing on multiple points. But how exactly the capture and extraction happened? For this, let's look at step 4. Specialized helicopters hovered over the objective to insert the assault team. While dozens of attack helicopters laid down suppression fire, the Delta Special Forces descended and started the search for the high-value targets. How did they find him? Simple.
They already knew.
The CIA had planted spy inside Nicolás Maduro close circle.
Yep, they already knew. They already knew.
Back in the U.S.,
They already knew the scopes of the building. Like, I heard this. They already knew the scopes of the building. They knew every hallway, every door. They had this junk, and we had it for months. They already knew.
Delta Force built an exact
That's why,
replica of his
like,
safe
I
house rehearsal.
heard that that's why, like, most of these guys, they'll be like they'll be all blacked out, you know? So, like, they cut off the power. So these dudes know the rubrics of the buildings, where they're in their night vision goggles and they know exactly where they are, and they studied it. They're studying it, testing. They know exactly where they are. Oh yeah, there's a broom closet right there in that corner. Like, they know.
Back in the U.S., Delta Force built an exact replica of his safe house, rehearsing the raid until they could do it blindfolded.
See, I shit you not. I did not watch this shit. I shit you not. I did not watch this.
Operators breached the room so fast his security could not even react to the situation, as the sound of flash grenades disoriented the security guard. Using blowtorch, they caught him before he could even lock all the doors. Maduro's shock and awe froze him as Delta Force breached the compound.
Wait, but there's blood. There was blood on Maduro's chest. Wait, what? There was blood on his chest.
Maduro's shock and awe froze him as Delta Force breached the compound. Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, were physically secured. This wasn't a negotiation. They were detained and immediately moved to the extraction.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Because, hang on. What, you just kicked the door open and Maduro was shocked? No, you guys had shot somebody in front of him. You had to have. He had blood on him.
Lock all the doors. Maduro's shock and awe froze him as Delta Force breached the compound. Nicolás Maduro and his wife,
animation,
Celia Flores, were physically secured. This wasn't a negotiation. They were detained and immediately moved to the extraction point. These aircraft are capable of performing urban extractions from buildings and refueling in midair. We make original 4K 3D animation with a small team of animators. So please support us by subscribing and dropping in a comment from...
That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. And it was a great description of the force of American military. Yeah. Proud to be an American. That song is definitely going to get played. But definitely, I have my warrants, as you've seen in this video. I am not a hypocrite. Everything that you've seen in this video is actually what I feel and actually what I believe. So do not get it wrong. I know. I see what I've seen, and I made my opinion, and my opinion is sound, and I feel is vindicated. With that being said, I am an American. I was born and raised here, and I am proud to be an American. Or whatever that may say, okay? That being said, You guys have a great one. We just saw the force of American military, and I'm sure, like, hey, if you have an opinion like mine, let's just not fuck around. Let's just, I don't know. See you guys in the next one. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's tough to hear. I get it.